Okay, here we are at the beginning of the project. I'm doing a voiceover this time. Here is me going to take the cover off the van. Very exciting. The plan with this video is to get the van cranking. Will it crank? We'll put some music in. Nice music bed. This is a 1991 Chevy G20. It is a 5.7 liter model. The first thing I need to do is check and see if the starter is wired correctly. It was, but I did not know that until I jacked it up and took a look. I had to go get a 4-ton jack, and I got some 6-ton jack stands, which is a bit overkill. There's the starter. The starter has 3 posts that you can wire things to. One hooks to the battery, one hooks to the ignition system, and the other hooks to nothing in this case. Here's me taking the starter. I have to take it down. There it is. You can see the 2 posts that are connected. The small wire is the ignition system, and the big wire connects to the battery. You can see the rat's nest that we're dealing with up here. This is me rerouting and cleaning and rerouting the ignition wire for the starter. Here's me zip tying the 2 wires together. I did that. There's me. Making sure everything's good. Okay, now we're going to put the battery in. You can see there's a battery in there. And it's a little bit hard to see because I get in the way, but I'm hooking the starter up to the battery using my handy dandy socket wrenches that I put together in another video. Again, what a rat's nest. I used all of my powers of electrical engineering to figure out how to wire this up so that we can just get the starting system and just see the starting system work. Zip ties. This was a wiring harness that I bought for this van. I ripped out the entire old electrical system and rewired the whole thing, and then that work subsequently got sort of unraveled over time. Here's all the wires that go to different places that need to be put in different places, but none of that is what we're testing right now. The only thing we're testing is the ignition system, the starter system. We need to get the engine to turn over. Here's me hooking everything to the mega fuse. And here we go with the key. And we'll get another view here momentarily. Here's another view. There we go. Turning over. So it does crank, but it was very intermittent. It was intermittent cranking, and that's not what we want, but let's take a look at the multimeter anyway. Let's make sure that it's cranking nicely. We should get about more than 10 volts while cranking. There's 10.8, 10.9, 10.7. That's pretty good. So it cranks healthily. The electrical system, there's nothing wrong with the electrical system, but I need to take the spark plugs out, because taking the spark plugs out will free things up a little bit. There's compression right now. We don't want to have to overcome that compression. So here's, with the spark plugs out, ready for action. Here we go. A very nice cranking motion. Very nice. Tremendous. That's what we want to see. So will it crank? Yes.